question, and thank you for inviting me here today. And it would not be appropriate to begin to answer the question until I say thank you for being realtors. I mean, you bring families to our communities, and you, in this environment of short sales and foreclosures, I mean, you do important work to keep our communities robust. So thank you for that. To answer the question, in the event of a budget deficit, what would I do, or what corrective actions would I take? I think the main thing right now in our economy is that over the past 40 years in Connecticut, our population has grown 20%. Our government spending in Hartford has grown 300%. So if there is a budget deficit during my time, I think one of the most important corrective actions we could take is to control spending. We can't continue to spend money that we don't have. We can't continue to borrow money that we can't pay back in our lifetime or the lifetimes of our children. So I believe we can control spending by looking at how we do things. And I'm not a proponent of taking a meat axe to social programs. I'm a proponent of looking through the budget to determine how we can do things better. And as an example of that, on the educational side of the budget, there's something called the minimum budget requirement. At the municipal level, when the Board of Education puts their budget forward, if the budget for education is $1 less than it was last year, their subsidy or their grant from the state becomes $2 less. So there's no incentive to try and create efficiencies within the budget. So an example that I would do is I would like to work toward changing that minimum budget requirement to create an incentive for school boards to, for example, consolidate buying with other municipalities and districts on fuel, on utilities. So I'm not a proponent of cutting teachers or textbooks or educational programs. I'm a proponent of finding efficiencies where we can, and then rewarding school districts that do that, not penalizing school districts to do that. And I think that could save money on the budget side. So that's one example of how I would control spending. So I think controlling spending, controlling borrowing, and living within our means in a way that's fiscally responsible is what's important. Thank you for your time.